Paige from A Minor Detail, and I am so excited to be joined by Jay from Piccola Tiny Homes. And today, it's a treat, we get to go see the Minuet Coastal Chic Edition. Can you show me?
Let's get started.
Awesome.
So Paige, we have another video about our Minuet edition. That's our original. So what's different about this one is that it has this coastal theme, the blues, the whites, like pastel.
Yeah.
So let's start with the outside because that's gonna be the first thing that people are gonna distinguish between this and the other model.
Got it.
So the first thing we did is we went with like blues, like very soft things, because one of my favorite places in the world is Santa Barbara. Pismo Beach, Avila Beach, you know, these coastal towns. Having stayed there a bunch of times in different Airbnbs, I know that blue is very much like coastal, and then white, you see that a lot, shells, that type of thing. So we were inspired to go that direction.
Well, and the whitewash.
Yes, so the whitewash is actually harder to do. There's more treatments because it is cedar underneath, tongue and groove cedar, but then we do a multi-step staining process to actually whitewash it. And we just think it came out just absolutely gorgeous.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I didn't think I could live on the beach, but this may make it possible.
I know, yeah. So our thing is, if you want to live within like right on the coast up to like 3 to 5 miles of the beach, this would fit in perfectly.
Amazing.
So
yeah. Well, it's beautiful and the colors look fantastic.
Yeah, let's walk around. There's other things I want to show you.
Yeah, this colorscape is so awesome.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful. And I love the accent, even the blue around the window is so nice.
Yeah, that was one of the things. We wanted blue accents, not overbearing, but as many places as we could put it.
Yeah.
So that, I'm glad you picked up on that.
Okay, and I have to ask, what are these guys?
It's a good question. We get that question a lot.
Yeah.
So these are our garages. So you don't normally associate garages with tiny homes because tiny homes, storage space is at a premium. We give you external storage. There, like you can put like Christmas decorations, Thanksgiving, that type of stuff.
Oh, awesome.
Bins.
So it's literal storage.
It's literal storage, yeah. And over here we have our water heater, our electrical hookups, that type of thing. So it's got the utility side of the garage that we have in normal homes and then storage.
And then the plug up there is for the lights?
Yeah,
or?
so that's an external plug that can be controlled from the inside. So you would run your Christmas lights or whatever type of like decoration, twinkle lights, that type of thing you want to do. So we offer that as stock package.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, and then freshwater connection.
Yes, so one of the things we wanted to make it easy to set up and deploy. So you could do a garden hose. We'd probably give you a higher quality hose than that, but that would be your provisions for giving water to the entire unit itself. So
Got it.
All the utilities are back here. The power, the water, sewers on the left-hand side, but you don't want it close to this stuff.
Yeah.
You want it separate. Yeah.
Okay, now I have to ask, because this is my first tiny home experience.
Yes.
What makes this different than like RV living? Because I'm seeing these like lights.
Great question. We get this a lot. So this is registered as an RV, but it's built as a home. So when you see lights, you even see like a license plate frame holder.
Yeah.
When you put it on the road, you will, or when it's purchased, it gets a license plate and it gets registered. Now, once it gets in place, you can register it as planned on operation very, very cheap. But essentially this tiny home is built on not a trailer frame, but a dedicated tiny home frame. Now that's a big distinction because it does roll. It's meant to be roadworthy. We build it to basically resist like a 6 or 7.0 earthquake because it hits the road. You get all the benefits of a tiny home with the additional benefits of the mobility and legality of an RV.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm dying to see inside.
Yes.
So can we go?
I know, let's do it.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, before we go in, I have to ask about the steps.
Sure.
Is this provided?
Yeah, we actually build these. Every tiny home comes with a basic set of steps.
Wow.
We want you to actually get in on day one.
That's nice.
Yeah, so what some people do, they'll build out like decks. You can have little patio things. People like to do skirts, that type of thing. But definitely high quality set of stairs is provided.
Awesome.
Yeah, all right. Come on in.
Oh my goodness. All the natural light.
Yeah. Lots of natural light. So skylight is a big part of it. Windows up top, lots of windows. Because in tiny living, some people have experienced like you get like that cabin fever.
Totally.
You don't get that with this one. You have lots of space, lots of lighting, lots of natural light.
So beautiful. And you have all the blue accents inside as well.
Yes.
Which is so nice. It's so cohesive.
Exactly. Again, our coastal theme, we have quartz countertops. So we have a white with a darker, like an off white accent. And then on the floor, we have the off-white with a lighter white accent.
So it brings it all together, balances without being exactly the same thing.
You got it.
Oh, that's so nice.
And then stainless steel finishings. Again, everything's super high quality. We don't want to compromise on any of our fixtures.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And then over here in the bedroom, you have, is it a queen?
Yes, it is a queen.
Wow.
Yeah, so again, tiny living, we have to think not in square feet, not square inches, but cubic inches. So every cubic inch matters. And so we didn't want to compromise on someone feeling like they're cramped with like living on a twin bed or a cot, something like that. So that's why we went with a queen, very spacious, plenty of room, headroom, and then lateral room as well.
Well, that's the biggest thing when I'm thinking about like RVs or any of that. There's not a lot of space up here and your guys' ceilings are so tall.
Exactly. We wanted to go as high as legally possible. And so we wanted to have accents of nice roof lines on the outside, but also give plenty of space on the inside as well. So that's why we did that.
I'm pretty claustrophobic and I do not feel like that at all in here. It's actually pretty crazy.
You're the first claustrophobic person we've had in here. So that's great.
Good, I feel great.
Yes, that's good, yeah.
Okay, I think my big question is, you showed me outside when you had the storage, the garages.
Yes.
For extra storage. But in here, what are some of your storage options? Because I think that's my biggest concern.
So glad you asked. That is a big concern with tiny homes, just not enough storage. So we prioritize storage. Like for example, pull-out pantry. Like,
oh, nice.
We're all kind of foodies at heart. So plenty of storage here. We have a secondary one. And again, it's not in the way, it gets out of the way when it needs to. Then we have a second one down here.
It's like a spice rack?
Could be spice rack, could be cleaning supplies, that type of thing. Again, high quality slides. Everything is slow closing as well. So,
amazing.
Yeah, it's a hard place to get mad. There's no slamming of doors or anything like that. But again, just everything high quality, very functional sink.
And a big window above, which is just, again, I still cannot get over how much light is in here. It's gorgeous.
So again, that was very intentional. When you're standing at the sink and you're just doing the drudgery of washing dishes, at least you can get a beautiful view out this great picture window.
Okay, now looking back at the bed, the steps caught my eye, because are those hinges?
Yeah, let's go take a look. Yeah, I'll show you. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
Oh, is it a closet?
This is a full-size closet. Yes. So one of the things that we thought of is that when people are kind of like simplifying their life and they're going for tiny living, we still have our wardrobe, you know, it shapes us, right? So we didn't want to compromise on any personal clothing storage. So that's why we have this full closet. I joked in the last video that it's like a little bit bigger than my closet.
I was just gonna say, this holds more than what mine does.
Totally, yes. We want that reaction. So beautiful. It pulls all the way out, goes all the way under the bed. And of course, like next to you and I, we have these deep cabinets.
Wow.
Plenty of storage. So all the way down, up and down.
So I can simplify my house, but I don't have to simplify my clothes.
So one of the things with tiny living is, you know, square footage. This might be a catchphrase that someone might use, but square footage is actually overrated at times because it creates more space, but it's also more space to fill. It's more space to clean, those types of things. So when we simplify, it's just, there's a clarifying effect to that lifestyle when we're simplifying things, but we still keep the things that are necessary or near and dear to us.
I love that.
Our wardrobe.
I also, you guys have used every inch for something.
We think in cubic inches.
Okay.
That's so true. Even when you're laying in bed and you get these beautiful views, you don't want to be, because this is like a ceiling space that we're not going to be used to. You and I probably didn't grow up in homes that had this much. But once you're asleep, you don't want to feel locked in, claustrophobic, like you said, plenty of space all the way around. But at the same time, having plenty of privacy with all the draw down shades, which come stock with the unit itself.
Wow.
So.
Okay, and then moving over here, I see it's a desk.
Yeah, so this is a desk, and it's not just any desk, it transforms. So we have the ability to fold it down when you need just a little bit more, you know, wiggle room, moving around. We have like storage over here. We call that our console cubby. And you can route like a satellite system, you have a gaming system, that type of thing. You can route it up through here. and it ships with the TV. We had it off just so you could see that you can run cables up through the wall. No drilling, nothing like that. It's just, again, trying to make the moving process as seamless as possible.
Okay, and then I noticed with the couch, is this more storage?
Wow, look at you. You notice those arms. So that's storage
What?
for our tables. Yeah, go ahead and pull it out.
Oh my gosh.
So these come with it, nice bamboo top. We have another post that goes into here and it's adjustable, so you can just set it up right there, move it around. We're pretty intentional around here.
Yeah.
But one thing that caught us by surprise is, again, on this arm over here, when you have it set up, you can swing it right next to the kitchen, and it's like an extra
like a cutting
surface.
board.
Totally, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's
and
so
it's
cool.
even like bamboo. It's like cutting board-esque.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were really thrilled with that.
Oh,
but yeah,
brilliant.
seating and eating space for 2 people. And then once this goes in, you just close that larger portion, and then you just have that open. So it's kind of, you can still have an arm.
Okay, I have to try the couch.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, comfortable.
Please do.
This is where I'll be spending most of my time.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What do you think?
I can do that.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay,
for
good.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
again, we wanted the couch. It's functional, of course, with the arms, but also the viewing distance to the TV. We actually sized the TV to the viewing distance so it matches. So yeah, very functional couch, lots of storage.
Yes, more storage.
Yes, you can do shoes.
I am not concerned about the storage aspect anymore.
Yes, this is, again, maximizing every cubic inch. This could be for shoes. It could be, my wife loves pillows on the bed.
yeah.
So where do I put them during the day or at night? They could go right there.
All right, well that's really cool.
Yeah.
But there's a whole other place.
There is, there's a whole other
seen
room.
yet. Now I know, bed, but getting ready for bed, bathroom.
Yes,
Go check
let's
that out.
go check it
Okay,
out,
great.
yeah.
Okay, this is much more spacious than I was anticipating. Look at the shower. It's
Yeah,
big.
it is a big shower, yeah.
That's
So one of the questions is, or one of the statements is like, I need a larger shower. But in this case, we made a conscious decision to go, instead of going larger for something used maybe 15 minutes to 20 minutes per day, let's just use that other space for something else. So is it smaller? It is, but it's not too compact where it's uncomfortable by any means.
Not at all, and the shower head is huge.
Yeah, so I'm 6 feet tall. It's several inches of clearance above that.
Yeah. Again,
no
that's where
problems.
the high ceilings have just made a huge difference.
Exactly.
Wow. And then, of course, more storage, which, is my
Again.
new favorite thing.
Again, too much storage is not a bad thing.
And a washer?
A washer and dryer combination.
nice.
So again, I'm like, why don't we have this in my house? Why do we have 2 separate things? The beauty of this is you can just throw in dirty clothes, set it on a cycle. A few hours later, you have clean, dry clothes
That
ready
is
to
so
go.
cool. No line drying.
No line drying, fresh, like dried clothes. Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah, we love it.
And then I have to ask about
This fancy
this
mirror.
fancy mirror has buttons. My mirror does not have buttons.
I know, neither does mine.
That is so cool.
So a few different things. One is like a defogging, because it's shower and steam and stuff. We do have a vent, auto vent, but yeah, it heats it up so it never gets foggy.
Wow.
Different types of lighting options as well as lighting temperature or the color.
Yeah,
of it.
this is a nice deep sink.
It is. We're fans of deep sinks. There's no reason to have a shallow sink. There's no reason to compromise on like bad fixtures, so we just went all out with that as well.
It's really beautiful. Okay, and then toilet.
Yes.
You said
Yes.
this is an RV, but is there tanks?
Yes, so it's RV-like, but this does not have tanks. It's like a home. So we don't want gray, black, fresh storage water. None of that stuff. It just goes straight to the sewer. It's literally one connection to hook up to typical RV type of sewer hookups, which are everywhere.
It's amazing. Yeah.
No composting, because a lot of tiny homes have composting toilets. It just seems gross to me.
I don't know what that is.
And
It sounds gross.
Yeah, it does sound gross. Trust me, it is gross. This is an actual full flushing toilet.
Love it.
No compromises.
Great. And I've noticed door.
Yes.
Is it a pocket door?
Yes, it is a pocket door.
I love a good pocket door.
Yeah, pocket doors are great. We wanted to have some privacy, and it's heavy and it's thick. So it blocks sound. Of course, that's a delicate subject, but it's very quiet once it's fully closed. So
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's just out of the way, which is,
It is.
just incredible.
It is.
Well. Okay, we didn't really touch on this quite yet, but I have a microwave like this. It's not smaller, it's full size. That's so cool.
So what if I told you it's not a microwave?
Wait, what?
Would you believe me?
No, what?
That's a half truth. So it's a convection air fryer microwave.
Stop.
So again, those are 3 different appliances in my household. This is 3-in-1. So you can bake, you can just do your cooking, you can reheat. It's great. Oh, and it's a vent for the cooktop as well.
Oh my goodness, I need that in my house.
I know, don't we all? That's why we wanted to do this.
And then range too.
Yeah, so this is a induction range. So it does require a special type of pan. The coils actually heats up the pan. You should check it out. But you can remove the pan, and within seconds this would not be hot.
Say that feels super safe.
It is very
and
safe.
If I had one of my kids in here.
Exactly. And you don't want gas, any type of appliances. Everything is electrical in here. If you have gas, small space, it's not a great mix. So that's why we went all electric. It's just easy, it's safe, all the above.
Makes a lot of sense. Okay, and I have to ask with this guy, is it a remote?
Yes, it is a remote.
Remote to what?
So that's our HVAC controller. So this is how you turn on the air conditioner, the heater from any location. So I don't know about your house, but my house, I have to get up, get out of bed, do the thermostat, go back.
Yeah.
Now, there's an app for it, but most of the time I'm doing it on the wall.
This is a game changer.
Yes.
Just go to my bed and
yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
The other thing to mention is these are actually, it's a mini split. So we have our unit outside, so it's nice and quiet. It's away from the bed. And then we have our mini split unit that does the air handling. And actually these are so efficient, especially in a small space, that it reaches the temperature within 3 to 5 minutes.
Whoa.
Yeah, so you can come in when it's very hot in here, cool it down within 5 minutes.
Which is nice, especially when you're talking about coastal living.
Absolutely.
It gets so cold at night.
Yes,
so,
I know, it's cold, it's humid, yeah, it handles all of that.
That's amazing. I have to ask, what is the green?
That's accent lighting. So when you turn it on, it's green, but you can choose any color out of like a million colors and you can tune it to. So if you're feeling like a greeny mood, you could have it green. I'm predisposed to blue, being the coastal. Or if you wanted more of like a sultry vibe, you could turn it red if you wanted. And of course, it's got the shade, so it would bounce a little bit of that light.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's lots of fun.
Okay, and even though you have this amazing natural light, it's not always light outside. So can you tell me a little bit about the light?
Yeah, so we have high efficiency LED lights all throughout the unit. The color is set, but you can dim them. So you can set it to whatever mood you want. We actually have 2 lighting controllers, one by the door, one by the bed. So you don't have to get up, turn off the lights, adjust them. They're right by the bedside.
So nice.
Yeah.
And it's not like stark.
It's not.
No,
it's not. It's just right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Paige, we obviously brought you in because I've admired your Instagram page.
Oh, thank you.
Being a local DIYer and your huge following. So can I ask a question on camera?
Yes.
What would you do differently around here? What would you change? How would you make it your own?
A little homey. I mean, you guys did do the plants, and honestly, the colorscape is already really cozy. So I wouldn't do a ton. I might add some like window fixtures or like, I don't know, even, because you guys have the awesome shades, but even some curtains just to kind of warm it up a bit.
Yes.
But I mean, I'm not kidding when I say like a couple pillows, some cozy, matching blankets, things like that would do the job. But
yeah,
you guys kind of nailed it.
Thanks so much. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear.
Good, I'm
Great. Awesome.
Well, Jay, thank you so much for showing me this. This is beyond anything I could have imagined.
I'm so glad you stopped by to check it out.
Oh, it's been really eye-opening.
Great.
And I'm excited to show my friends and my family members. I know my parents have been talking about tiny homes recently, and I think it's kind of the future.
It's here to stay, for sure.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again.
Absolutely. So if you want more information, head over to PiccolaTinyHomes.com. And if you haven't yet subscribed, we'd appreciate a subscription to this channel. So until next time.
Can I say it with you?
Yes.
Yes. Live tiny and thrive.